Welcome, Watchers of Illusion, to my Castle of Confusion, looking at Axiom Verge on the PC today. So, I've already had a little play of this, as you can probably tell from the saved game, but I'm going to be loading up a new one just for this review, and well, it's a bit good. That's what I'm going to tell you straight off the bat, that this game is very good. You will see that for yourself shortly. This is the intro. What I love about this game is that they've made it very sort of retro, in the sort of ilk of, I suppose Flashback would probably be the closest thing that I would say it reminds me of. But yeah, they've gone with this whole retro theme on graphics, and the soundtrack is just it's just another world. So anyway, for those of you who are Amiga fans, you'll know exactly what that link just meant. But anyway, once the intro's out of the way, we'll get stuck in and we'll have a look at the actual game. Intro's quite nice as well. Again, reminds me of Flashback quite a bit. So, this is all done from the perspective of our character, by the way, just so you know. But we will be getting into the game incredibly shortly. So, here we go. Now, this is quite an interesting... This is actually your save point, which is really cool. So there's our character lying on the floor. So, our character is called Trace. So there you go. And that's what we look like. But you can see already that this is very reminiscent of kind of the Flashback type game. Now, we're going to have a look at this shortly. We're just going to get through all this talky bits and we'll get stuck straight in. There you go. So the first thing that I get on this is the animation of the character. It's very, very cool. And the fact they've gone with a small sprite as well is really, really good. So you'll get pickups and power-ups as we go. You'll notice this as we play. And just take it in. Just take in the retro goodness that this game provides. It's just so good. It's so good. Very pixely. I like it. I like it a lot. So it's a retro type game, but in a modern universe. I think it was 2019, I think it was released. All the info for the game is on the first part of the review, so go and check it out. But yeah, so absolutely great stuff here. So the first thing you get is like a laser cannon, and you can destroy all of these blood globules and the enemy characters that you can see here. Now the enemies are quite cute actually. Let's have a look at the UI very quickly, because there's not a lot to really look at. Top left is your health bar, and that depletes when you get hit by things. You can replenish that hit bar by defeating enemies. Sometimes they drop like power, like globules of power up, but it'll give you your health back. Yes. You can see all this. The globules actually do respawn. So be quick about what you're doing. Now, sometimes there are things hidden behind those globules. We might even see that later on. Let's play through and see how we get on. But first impressions of this game are absolutely fantastic. Love it a lot. You'll find that there's areas that you can't get to at this point because we haven't unlocked the correct power-up or weapon to be able to do so. It's just something enormously satisfying about blasting all of these red blood globules. Just purely for the splatter effect. I like it. It's very good. So it's a platform shoot 'em up type puzzle game, which just works incredibly well. This has been on my to-do list for a while, and I do apologise for the delay. I've had a lot going on recently, which I won't go into, but family comes first. Anyway, back with a vengeance now, because I've also got Axiom Verge 2 to look at as well, which will be after this review. So look out for that in the next day or two, and I hope you enjoy this one enough to go out and grab it for yourselves. I mean, I think it's an absolutely fantastic game. There's so much thought gone into this. Oh, here's one of the bigger bad guys. He's not a boss or anything, but oh, I've taken a hit here. Okay, so we can't get anywhere here. So let's go back down the drain pipes. Bit Mario-esque, that, isn't it? But you can see in the top right there's like a mini map thing, and then the weapon that we're using as well. This uses standard controllers, so if you've got an Xbox pad plugged into your PC or a PS pad plugged in, or any kind of joypad will suffice. I was actually playing Axiom Verge 2 earlier on a Mega Drive pad, so that'll give you an idea. So the puzzle elements are that you need to get particular weapons to be able to hit those door switches. You will find those as we go along, and you'll see just the animations on these guys when they explode is just so satisfying. It's brilliant. So level design is very nice. Really enjoying the aesthetics of the game. Here we go, it's a power up. I think this gives us a different weapon. There you go, firing once launches a large projectile, firing again and will then detonate it. So this gets a little bit more fun now. You can get power-ups for your weapons as well as we go along, but now we've got the option to go through and hit some of those switches like that. So the previously inaccessible areas you can now get to. It's actually a very well thought out system. You'll see here that you've got these big sort of, I don't know, what are they? What are those, like alien tunnels that are spawning bugs? That's as close as I'm going to get to that. But as the graphics go, the animations are absolutely fantastic, and you just get this pure joy of running and gunning. It is good fun. I can't really criticize it. There's just so much good here, and I can't find any negatives at this point, but maybe we'll pick some up as we play. But let's see. The control system is very nice. It's left, right, up and down. You've got jump, you've got fire. You can organize your weapons and inventory and stuff like that. So that's all can be done. You can do it via a menu, or you can do it via a scroll wheel. Either way, it's all good. So we'll have a look as we play. Obviously, the sound and the music on this game, I think, is absolutely phenomenal. I really like it. It's got this sort of almost, what's the word I'm looking for? It's atmospheric. It really gives you that sort of sense of dread. Even, and you will find that you'll get through certain screens, and then the music will change, and you'll be like, oh dear, what's coming now? It's got a very good way of putting you on tenterhooks, let's put it that way. But it's absolutely fantastic. The score is brilliant. I cannot fault it at all. This game, I just can't really fault the game at all. It's really, really well done, and the only way you're actually going to immerse yourself is to play it yourselves. It is worth it. So I will pop a link in the description for you, and you can go ahead and check it out for yourselves. But I don't think it's very much. I think this was, I know Axiom Verge 2 was released on the Switch and a couple of other things, PlayStation and Xbox, I believe. This is obviously the PC version, but there you go, there's a nice big chunk of health back there. But yeah, if you go ahead and get it, you've got an option of how to get it. So it's not like you're restricted to PC. Obviously, if you like the look of the PC version, grab the PC version. But if you're a console player and you're looking to maybe get something a little bit different, then head over to your relevant store and pick it up online and have a go. But I'm sure you will enjoy the look of this game. Now, I'm sure there's something hidden in here. This reminds me of Salamander a little bit, with all the with the things growing back. Remember the game Salamander, where you had to blast through? I think it's the first stage. Here we go. So what we picked up there, we have got permanently increases projectile size for weapons. There you go. So now we've got a slightly bigger explosion. That will come in handy, and we will have some fun with that. So the playability is absolutely brilliant. You can pick this up, play it, and you don't need to have any sort of prior knowledge of the game. Just go out there and have some fun with it. And that is probably one of the best things I can say about games in general, is when they don't make it too complicated. You don't really want to be sitting there learning 600 button combinations just to have a bit of fun. This is a pick up and play, bash some buttons, blow up some alien shit, and you'll be getting on with the game in no time. I would say that the replay value is very high as well, because you want to complete this, and this has got quite a few screens to get through. So I would say this is going to last you a fair amount of time, and I think if you've got like these kind of games anyway, you're just going to lap it up. But let's just have a quick save here, and look at the save animation. That's cool. I like that. That gets a thumbs up from me. yeah, definitely. If you're into the platform genre, then you are going to love this. If you're into the shoot 'em ups, you're going to love this. It's a little bit sort of what's the word? Contra, Probotector. If you're in the UK, you might remember that on the old Nintendo. They changed Contra to Probotector for some reason. So there's lots of different elements from different shoot 'em ups and platformers that you're going to absolutely recognise, and you'll be like, oh, they borrowed that from there, and you'll figure it out. But it's very well done. The homage it pays to the actual retro scene is very, very cool, and I like that a lot as well. They haven't like blatantly stolen stuff, which is nice. It's more of a homage, so that's always a good thing. Now there are boss fights, and hopefully going to show you one of those in a minute, and you can have a look at the sort of scale of the bosses as well. And here's my advice: always save before a boss fight, so you don't have to run back too far when they obliterate your face. Which means there is a boss fight coming up shortly, folks. Here we go. We're going to go through this tunnel here. You can see the music has stopped, and that is like a boss symbol. So you know there's something coming, and when there's a red door, yeah, that's what you got to look out for. So there we go. You can change your weapons over here. This is the manual screen that you can do it on. You can do it on a pinwheel as well, which is quite nice. But we're going through here, and we're going to see our first boss. There is kind of humour in the game as well, as you'll see here. I'm skipping through this a little bit fast, sorry guys. But yeah, basically you try and make friends with the alien, and then it just wants to kill you. And look at the size of this thing. It really gives you a scale of how big it is compared to your character. The music's changed into sort of boss battle mode, which is great. Gives you that sense of dread, but also gets the adrenaline going. So that works very well in that as well. So age range, well, it's up to you guys. I would probably say no more than sort of 10 plus, just because some of it is a little bit maybe gory, or even though it's pixelated gore, it's still gore. So just use your common sense as a parent if you let your kids play. But yeah, other than that, I would say pick it up, have a go, and just have some retro based fun in a modern era. So yeah, the game is fantastic. Give it a go. I highly recommend this one, and I've been really looking forward to bringing it to the channel. I hope you've enjoyed the review, by the way. Hello to all of you new guys out there. It's great to have you along, and if you ever get the chance, pop along to our Patreon, and if you have a heart of gold, I know some of you have, get yourself on my end credits just by a baseline package. It helps me out, helps to obviously get games like this through to you guys to have a look at, and you know, it helps to support the channel going forwards. So if you can support the channel anyway from Patreon, go and check that out. The link is in the description. I hope you've enjoyed today's little adventure, and I will be back with Axiom 2 hopefully tomorrow, so look out for that one. I'm going to leave you now with a few minutes more footage of me having a mess about here, and yeah, let me know how you get on. If you've got the game already, let me know how you got on with it. If you enjoyed it, what was the bad points, what were the good points? I can't really say that there's any bad points. I just cannot fault this game at all. So well done to the developer on this. It's absolutely fantastic. Thank you ever so much to you for a great game. And yeah, keep in touch, guys. If you've played this game, let me know. If you enjoyed it, completed it, whatever, let me know. And I will be back very soon with a brand new review. So until then, my friends, you keep on gaming, and as usual, it's bye for now. Bye bye.